Hey guys, this is SB737 and welcome back today to another video inside of my awesome world. And yep, another good day, another lovely day, and another start to an episode. We begin. Yes, today I'm going to take, I think George, you can come with me because, you know, you're the newest to the pack, and you know, you need a little bit of a look around the world, don't you? So you can, you can come with me today. And I am also now going to go and get my breakfast from Fred in his challenge shack, which is right this way. And yeah, someone's actually mentioning like I should build a pathway or something to his shack. Well, they're surprised that Fred hasn't built a pathway to his shack, which I agree with. He'll probably ask soon. I better keep my voice down. He might ask me now, actually. We don't want to do any work now, do we, George? No, we want to just get our breakfast and get going. So yeah, every day I have to do a challenge set by Fred, and then he'll give me a reward fish for breakfast, won't you, Fred? Hey, I know you're all right. looking a bit monobrowy as usual. You're gonna pluck that now. Yeah, it's your style, isn't it? But anyway, today we've got to take Sullivan for a ride around my world. Ah, okay, that's not too bad. I mean, Sullivan. I tell you what, I'm going to leave you here, George. You stay here. But Sullivan, yes, Sullivan is actually my horse, one of my horses, and I don't think I've ever ridden him before, so it's quite a momentous occasion, I suppose. Because yeah, in the horse stable, I actually have two horses. I've got Freddie the horse, and then I've got Sullivan. So Sullivan was actually a horse that was trapped for a long, long time. Are these two horses exactly the same? They're not. It's hard to. I think Freddy's slightly lighter, but yeah. Sullivan, he was trapped in this factory here, like behind the walls, and I went in there, stayed him a long time ago. But I've never ridden him anywhere, so I think it would be nice, yeah, to give Sullivan a little bit of a ride. See what he's like to ride. In fact, I'm going to have to mine away, I think, this, otherwise you can't get out. It's not a very well-designed stable, if I'm being honest, because you can't, you get, like, horses can only get to two wide gaps, so if, yeah, it doesn't quite work. In fact, what I should do is I should, like, replace, like, this fence, and then that fence, and like, all these fences along here, just with gates, because then you can open the gates and get through and stuff like that. That's not a bad idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Anyway, he's quite a speedy little horse, is Sullivan, isn't he? It's nice to ride a horse. I might actually take Sullivan with me on the build today. That's not a bad idea, is it? Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah. I'll give him a little bit of a tour around my world. He's probably not seen all of this stuff, so yeah, we'll have a little look. In fact, we'll go across the ice. Hey, even faster. How's his jumping ability? He can jump. That's not bad either. Right, so let's have a little look over here. What have we got? So we've got a lot of dog park dogs. I haven't really built any stuff for horses other than the horse stable. I haven't really built anything for them. So maybe I should. Maybe it's a hint that I should build them. You know, maybe like a place the horses could go and play, you know, like the dog park but a horse park kind of thing. But yeah, Sullivan, here's all the sorts of shops, the fabulizer. You don't want to go near that. Well, could you be any more fabulous? I mean, I know, I'd turn me into a creeper, so you stay away. This is where a load of cows are in the dairy. You want to stay away from there. Unless you don't mind the cows. I haven't got my post actually for a while, but I'm not going to get that today. KFC, don't worry, they don't sell horse meat there. Only chicken really there. And yeah, we've done a bit of a circuit. I'm not going to show you everything because we'll be here till next Christmas if we do that. But yeah, here's an orchard as well. Cinema, if you fancy watching a film, you don't have to ask Sullivan, by the way. You could go and do what you want without asking, within reason. We've got, and then, yeah, back to all the farming here, which you can probably see anyway, you know, the chickens and the ocelot enclosure right next to each other, which is not a good combination. We've realised that already. And yeah, we'll put it back in, and I get to go and have my reward. In fact, no, you know what, I'm taking with you for the episode. You know, you can stay with me. I'm going to take, because yeah, I'm going to get my reward fish. I'm going to ride him over to YouTube Central. That's what I'm going to do. But I won't reveal too much before I get my breakfast first. So good morning, Fred. I'm actually not hungry because I've just sat on a horse all morning. So yeah, I'm not feeling quite ready for this. But yeah, what we'll do is just jump on. Oh, come on, George. You can come with me as well. Are you coming? I can't. There we go. Right, George, you can come as well. So yeah, today we're going to be building DanTDM's house in YouTube Central, which is, so we've already built Stampy's house there. And what I'm doing is just putting this fencing back because it's a little bit annoying. There we go. Did I miss? We'll fix it later. But yeah, so DanTDM's house is going to sort of be opposite. It's what I'll do in this episode, I think, is sort of build the outside. So like the housey bit, and then maybe like the actual like lab itself will be like on the inside. So I'll do that, but I want to just stress that this is not going to be like an exact replica of like DanTDM's lab or his house or anything like that. It is just sort of going to be, you know, like an inspired by him kind of thing. So it'll have a bit of similarity. It'll have a reference to DanTDM, but it won't be like exactly like it. If that makes sense. There will be some variations. I feel like my horse is tiring a little bit, but he's not doing too bad. So yeah, there'll be a little bit of A little bit of variation. I'm not trying to make a replica. I'm just trying to make a house for DanTDM, not DanTDM's exact house. Alright, so we'll keep going along here. It's a lot faster than walking. I don't know if it's faster than taking the minecart, though. That's an interesting one. But you get a little bit of a better view out here, anyway. And it's not that far away. YouTube Central. So if we sort of pop over here, so we're coming through the desert now, and I've got to be careful I don't hurt him too much. I've got to take it slow and steady. And there we go. Can even see YouTube Central from here. So this is like a skeleton trap here. So it's actually a mob spawner down here, and then yeah, skeletons go up there and come back down the other side, and that all works very well. And yeah, I tell you don't get hungry when you ride a horse, do you? I'm not peckish at all. Or can horses go through water? I tell you, we'll not use the stairs. There's the YouTube Central sign. We'll use the old not so conventional way. Right. So if I maybe if I park you up here, okay? Now don't wander off. Okay? I can see what he's planning. Right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go around here. I'll put him on Stampy's balcony. Okay. It's going to take a bit of a jump to get him in there. Not the kind of jump I was looking for there. Here we go. Come on. Jump. There we go. I jumped this time. And I'll get off him. There you go. Right, you can stay here, okay? You're not quite Esther the dancing chicken, but you're the next best thing, alright? Alright, so let's go back around through here. And yes, so we're going to be building... Hello, have you been for a bit of a swim, George? Yeah, not too bad. I don't think you've seen this area before, have you? No. What do you think? You better like it. I'm sure you do. Alright, so yeah, we're going to start with the pathway across here. So... going to be 16 long, so already we've done 3, I think, if I can count correctly, I can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, there we go. Sometimes, you know, you accidentally break 2 blocks at once, so that's never helps, does it? Am I still not hungry? I tell you, I really want to eat this fish, but I'm just not hungry at all. See, if I'd sprinted over, I would be really hungry now, wouldn't I? But because I took the horse, I'm just not hungry at all. So what we can do, actually, we can just mine out all of this. In fact, no point trying to be all careful, because all of it is to be replaced. George, please don't just strand yourself on a bit of block like that, because I want to mine that away as well. Oh well, I'm sure you'll get the idea before it's too late, won't you, George? Hint, hint, move. Oh no, it fell off. No, I didn't mean it like that. Oh man, what's down there anyways? There's usually some mobs down here. There is. Look at that. We've got zombies creep. And then what am I doing down here with all this stuff? Right, I need to get out of here. And I'm fast. Alright, you come out here as well, George. I've made a way out. There you go. Alright, come on out. Come on, George. He's just misbehaving, isn't he? Right, well, I'll get this rest of this down. So, yeah, it's going to be light grey pathway, light grey in the middle, and then like grey on the outside. I won't put too much in just so George can get out should he decide to. Oh, there we go. You made it out. That was a fair jump, wasn't it? I don't know why I'm filling all that in when I've got to change that. See, I'm trying to go for that, you know, that labby kind of idea. So, like, you know, I know that DanTDM's lab and his house and everything is built out of iron blocks, but I can't build it out of iron block. How did you manage? Oh no, he's okay. You didn't fall down. Okay, but yeah, I can't build it out of iron blocks because, you know, I don't have that much iron to do that. Basically, I'd be using a lot of iron if I did that. And I'm sure Stampy won't mind if I sleep in his bed, will he? No. Oh no, there's monsters nearby. Are you kidding me? This is a rubbish bed, Stampy. I'm taking it with me. I'm going to go somewhere where there's no monsters. And what can I get rid of? We'll get rid of some dirt. There we go. Don't want to get rid of diamond blocks. They're kind of rare. So yeah, we'll go back in and we'll try and find somewhere else. But yeah. So as I was saying, so instead of using iron, I'm going to use light grey wool, just to because it looks kind of similar. And also instead of using like the gold blocks, I'll be using whatchamacallit, that other stuff. Yellow wool. There we go. I was trying to think what it was, and I just couldn't get it off the. It was on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, we've gone to sleep. It's now morning. What do you think of these stairs? I was about to say, what do you think of these stairs? And they weren't working. There we go. So you can kind of walk straight up them without, because that's all down to a bit of fancy fence work. All right, so I'm gonna go and put Stampy's bed back in his room, and we'll be none the wiser. Okay. There we go. There we go. He'll never know that I borrowed his bed. And now I can have my breakfast, eh? And it is morning again, just a day late, but I'm not complaining. Having a fish for breakfast. At least we got it done in the end, isn't it? That's the main thing. So. What I'm going to do now is just mine out a little bit of this. I'm not really sure how far I want to go with this, but so I'm just going to go like that. That'll do. And I'm just going to get some of this yellow stained clay. So, you know, in DanTDM's, in like the entrance hallway thing, it is like made of yellow stained clay and red stained clay. So that's sort of what I'm going for, but. At the same time, I'm not going for exactly the same sort of setup of it, because his is only like one wide and all this is all completely different. So that's what I'm going for. But anyway, we'll build the front of his house down. So 1, 2, 3 up, and then the same again here. So this is just going to be a little archway over the doorway. And then in total, this is going to be 22 wide is the front of the house. So we need to, I think that's going to be, that means 11 wide either side of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I've got that right, / hope. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think we should be in business with that. So now what we've got to do is just first add a little like archway thing here. So this is going to be again 3 high. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I'm going to bring it across another 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Why did I start on 2 when I'm going to say another 4, not 4 in total? I'm confusing myself with all these numbers. So there we go. That's sort of the front of that. And I'll also put a torch in the middle there, and I'm also going to do the same on the other side. So it's going to be a very symmetrical building. You know how I like to build buildings symmetrical, so that's what I'm going for. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that under there, and then that in there, like so. There we go. So now we've got a nice, you know, same on either side. In fact, once the torches are there we go. Now it's the same on either side, and all the rest of this is going to be grey wool, and the whole building itself is going to be 4 high. So if I sort of fill this in as well, hope I brought enough grey wool. I brought quite a lot of grey wool. My sheep have been working hard. They'll hope I brought enough as well. Otherwise, I'll have to go and get some more of them, and they won't be happy. I think I've got a little bit of spares in some chests as well, though. I think I brought about 6 stacks, something like that. So, you know, a good sturdy amount. And I'm just going to get that extra piece of wool, because you kept together. George was trying to interfere there, wasn't he? But we beat him to it this time for a change. Right. So then this way it's going to be 9 long. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to bring this all the way around. And I suppose if I maybe just leave a little bit for like an entrance there, and then bring this right the way around. So I mean, this isn't like this is the first bit, but then there's like the rest of the lab is all going to be here. But I think that'll definitely be covered in another episode. I don't think we're going to have time to do all of that today, but what we'll have time to do is get all of this down. If George doesn't keep, you know what, it's time for a timeout. I think, George, you've done it one too many times, getting in my way now. So yeah, you can have a timeout and sit there. But yeah, let's get all of this placed right the way around here, like this. There we go. And so yeah, 4 high in total, as I said. And then I'll also put the roof over the top as well. In fact, will I do I don't know if I need the roof, because what is going to go like on top of here is going to be like a DanTDM and a Trayaurus head. So, you know, we're going to get them both in. It's not just, you know, just DanTDM taking all the limelight. The Dr. Trayaurus, you know, it's his lab technically, I think, anyway. It was originally, anyway. I don't know if DanTDM kind of took over it. And yeah, but that's what I'm going to need to do then. Well, yeah, put them. So you can see I'll stamp his head on there. There's going to be that and Trayaurus's as well, with DanTDM and Trayaurus's. So I've got the materials to do that. So once I get this wall here done, I think I should be sorted. So there we go. What I'll go and do now is if I go and grab myself some. Well, if I get out the. Should we start with? We'll start with Trayaurus. You know, nobody ever thinks about Trayaurus, so I'm gonna start with him. So out here, it comes out 1, and they're gonna come across 7 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. There we go. And then this is gonna come back another 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And then what it does, it just meets back up with the other one, as this is the base of his head. Trayaurus is probably the easiest of the two to do as well, which has nothing to do with why I decided to do him first. I just thought, you know, it would be nice. It'd be nice for him. And then this is going to be 8 high in total. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So now I've just got to get all of this filled in. Like that. So this is going to go up another 2 there, and then another 2, and then a 1. There we go. So we'll get it all done. In fact, it's probably going to be best if I sort of stop doing it in a stupid way and go around in 2s like that, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be probably the most productive way to do it. And I've also then just got to do his face, which is another simple one. He's got a similar look to Fred and Fenton, to be honest, which is probably down to the fact that they are all villagers. That might be the reason. But yeah, let's get all of this down like so, and then it's a bit of a tanned look, isn't it, as well, with this hardened clay, I always think. Right, so how many more? Okay, we've got a little bit more, another bit of layers. How much more? We've got quite a bit more hardened clay as well, though, so there's no need to worry about that at all. So we'll get this all the way around like so. And I've also got, yeah, as you can see, well, you might have seen in my inventory, I've got the brown stained clay, which is going to be for his mouth and nose. And I've also got some wool for his eyes as well. So here we go. So just this final bit to do, and then yeah, we'll be done with Dr. Trayaurus's head. So well done. You can have it back now. Okay, so. Yes, if I go ahead and put this here, and then if I go and get myself some brown stained clay and some green wool, there we go. So down the middle there needs to actually be 4. I think if I go like this, yeah, that should be 4. And then coming out of here, I need to do this. So he's got quite a big nose, if he doesn't mind me saying that. So that's going to go like that, and that's going to go like that, and it's going to need to go a little bit lower is the nose, but I can't quite reach it from here. But you get the idea. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put his nice bright green eyes in as well. He has lovely eyes, does Dr. Trayaurus, doesn't he? So there we go, and then we just fill the rest in with this hardened stained clay, which I hope I've got enough of, but I'm beginning to fear that I don't. Just by the way, I'm starting to run out. I might have enough. No, I'll be short by about 2 blocks. I can just see it. You know what I mean? Right. So we'll get this in. Yeah, and all I've got to do now is just fill in the top. But the thing is, if we do run out for the top, it doesn't matter, okay? Because I can just, like, in between episodes, just add in the few extra blocks. Because nobody's ever going to see the top anyway, are they? So it's not to worry. I could give him, like, a little ball patch. Hey, we might. It's tight, isn't it? Let's have a little see. Oh, look at that. We've got blocks to spare. I didn't think I'd have that many. I'd look at 4 blocks to... Anything else that you need? I don't think so. I hope not. Right, anyway, let's put the bottom of his nose on. So there we go. Oh no, I forgot to put in his eyebrows. So I have way more hardened clay than he just didn't look right, did he? Completely forgot his eyebrows. I was just making comment about Fred's today as well, wasn't I? His eyebrows. Yeah, you can't forget a villager's eyebrows. Alright, so a bit of black wool like that right in there. There we go. So that's his eyebrows sorted. So we'll mine away all of this wool now. There we go, and I also need to eat some potatoes just to get the old health up, because we've lost 4 hearts. It's starting to drop a little bit low, isn't it? Alright, so anyway, next stop is DanTDM's head, okay? So that's that. Oh, you need to just grab some of that stained clay. Hold on, we'll just have a bit of a longer... No, that'll do. There we go. I've had enough potatoes. Are we regenning now? Yeah, we are. That's perfect. Okay, so how am I going to best get up there? Let's see. Should we maybe just stack up with white? So to do this, we're going to be using white stained clay. And it's kind of a similar concept, I think. Hopefully I brought enough white stained clay. You'd think I would, wouldn't you? But you'd never know with me. I sometimes do stupid things, so this could be one of those times. But if I bring this 3 along here, and then I think I need to do 2 black, so that's his mouth. And then another 1, 2, 3 along here. And then this is going to come back 1, 2. I think it's 2 back in total. I think that's no, I think, hold on, 2. No, I think it might be like that. And then there's something... There is some sort of fancy, because he's got a bit of a hairstyle, I think. So this is the more complicated one. This is the one where I'm actually going to have to concentrate. If I get the brown wool out, yeah, I kind of need to do his hair. So I think that is how it's done. Like 2 up there. I've actually lost track of how high I've gone now as well. So we'll worry about how high we need to go in total, but in a second. So. And next, I need to bring the white stained clay right the way across, and then I need to do the other side as well at some point. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So we've done that. Now what we need to do is do his eyes. So if I can just remember, I think if we put the eyes there, so he's a little bit got the old cross-eyed face going. He's got big eyes as well, a lot bigger than Trayaurus's. So yeah, we'll put white wool like that. It's starting to get dark as well. That's something just to bear in mind, I suppose. So we'll put that like that, and that like that, and then on top of there, we'll put those. And now I need to do his goggles. Okay, so if I put sort of brown wool on there, and then in front of that, there's going to be a bit of black wool like that. And then on top of the black wool, we're going to need the cyan and the coveted diamond blocks, which just add a little bit of an extra tinge, if you like, you know, a little bit extra shit. It makes them look shiny, basically. Does the diamond blocks. So if I go on this side of here and put in the black, and then if I don't want to put that bit on yet, just so I can reach down here a little bit better, put the black on top of there. And then I've just got to do the other one. So let's get that done. I suppose if I can just quickly get this other one done before bed, then that'll be perfect, won't it? So if I go ahead and put that there, and then if I can reach on top? If I sort of jump there, look at this, it's all coming together. I can just about reach. And then if I can, I can get to the side of that though. If I maybe mine away a bit of his hair, there we go. You won't mind. We'll give it back in a second. Right. Well, this would be a good time to go to bed. Okay. We'll leave him half-headed. Oh, I'm leaving George outside. He'll be fine. He's a tough dog. If he's gonna have a timeout, he's gonna need a proper timeout. And look at that. I can go to bed. That's good. I'm very tempted to eat that cake I can see in the corner there, but I'm gonna refrain and instead have a healthy potato. Are you all right? Are you all right, Sullivan as well? He looks like he's doing okay there. Did I have this door? Look at that. Keep door shut. Look at that. Letting the drafts in. Talk about drafts, man. Keep things shut. Right. So. You can kind of see how it is coming together though, can't you? I'm sure you can see a bit of a DanTDM resemblance in there somewhere. If you look hard enough, you'll be able to see one, anyway. So, what I now need to do is put some more cyan like that, and then to try and not fall off, okay, I'm going to crouch just to make sure I don't do that stupid falling off thing I just did. And I'm actually going to need to mine away this bit of eye, just so I can get underneath that. There we go, so we'll put that back on now. There we go. So that's sort of the front of his head done as much as it really needs doing. So now I need to do is just put the brown wool, because that goes all the way up to there. And then this comes right the way across. So I think I've got the other side to do as well, though. That's sort of the only other real thing. If I maybe mine away that bit of brown wool, because it's going to get in the way otherwise. So how high have I done it here? So I think it needs to be 4 higher, this bit. So that goes to, okay, I'll go here so I could just place this, because these are both going to be the same height anyway, so that doesn't matter. And then that's going to connect up like that. And then let me have a little see. I didn't realize that was a big drop. Okay, it looks like he's kind of crying brown tears or something, doesn't he? That's what I see. You probably don't see the same thing there. So we'll go back up here. And we'll try and not mess it up again. So if I put a bit of white stained clay there and then jump across, there we go. And then another one, and then you can. In fact, we should be able to just look over there and see the old symmetrical side of things. So how far have we come across now? Let's have a see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this needs to come back another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, and it'll be in line with that. There we go. You know you're spot on when you've got it in line with your other head as well, don't you? So all we have to do now is just line it up with this one as well. So there we go. And now it's just literally a case of filling everything else in with brown wool, which is nice and straightforward. I should have enough brown wool. I did use some of it to pile up, but hopefully there's enough left. That's all I can hope for. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go and mine it and do a bit of juggling about with me materials. I wish I brought some shears, actually, because it would have made things a lot easier to get rid of, wouldn't it? Okay, so it does go quite a bit higher. There's a fair bit of brown wool to be used. Hopefully the stacks I've got should be enough. I think after this I might only have one more stack, but that might just do it. I don't know. We'll see. There's no point worrying about what we might not have. We might as well just accept what we've got. There we go. So I think DanTDM's head looks nice. I think it's a good start to his house. Oh, we've got yeah. This is the last stack, so we might have enough. We might not. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's a good start to the house. And as I said, the next episode, all of that is going to get filled in and built and everything. So that should be good. And it'll look. I think it'll look quite good. Also, I hope nobody looks on the inside of his head, because they'll see that he's actually missing half of his face. And actually, I'm pretty positive this time that we won't have enough, okay? Like more than last time. Like last time I had a bit of a tinge that we might not have enough wool, but I was completely wrong. But this time I'm almost certain that I've not got enough wool, but there should be some wool down the bottom. I think I used to pile up, so we can get the rest of the wool that we need. So let's have a little see. Yep, there is. It's all there. It's all the wool that I need. They're probably the precious few blocks that I needed, and I decided I would use them to pile up. Don't know why I didn't use something like cyan wool, because like I did over there, because I don't need any cyan wool. But instead I thought, no, I'll use the precious brown wool. In fact, I might still not have enough, but it doesn't matter, because some of this, you see, he's got his goggles strapped to go yet, so that could be the game changer. That could be the one that makes me just about have enough. So what I'm going to do is going to mine this away, and then like nerf pole up in its place, just to nerd pole, not nerf, nerd pole, up in its place, just so that I don't end up with loads of towers and I only have one. You know, keep towers to a minimal, I always say. In fact, what I can do, so his strap sort of goes along here, and you see, as you can see, it does sort of cover up some of the wool from 2 down. So if I do need to grab any more, I can get it. It is possible. So this is going to come around the corner. As you can, I like to leave out the corners of the strap just to make it look a little bit more rounded. I think it just looks a little bit better myself. So that's what I'm doing with that. Right, so if we jump around there we go, perfect. And continue to put round his strap, which will now meet up with the rest of his head. Very nice. In fact, if I can jump onto his goggle and then on top, and then, okay, we've got 6 pieces of brown wool, but we need 4 more. 4 more, which do exist. I just need to get them somehow, okay? I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Let's have a little think. So maybe if I put, if I sort of staircase me way down like this, there you go, and then place that there. And mind that, whoa, steady, we've still got more to go. So all we need is just 4. There we go, that's perfect, that'll do me. If I mine away that, and what I can do is I can just place them up here like so, and then mine away this block, and nobody will know. All I've got to do now is maybe just get a few extra things done, like the corridor, so just so you can't see this bit, basically. Yeah, the roof and the corridor are mainly the 2 things that I just want to quickly do. So if I just bring this right the way across, and the roof is going to be at this level, like that, so very soon you won't be able to see anything at all the inside of their heads, which looks a little bit creepy. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be able to see them, you know, just for my peace of mind in between episodes, knowing that if anybody does come here wondering, they're not going to see that these 2 have no brains, you know what I mean? They don't want to have to be put through that, you know. The secret is safe with us, isn't it, that DanTDM and Trayaurus don't currently have any brains, but soon nobody will know. Soon it'll all be covered up, hidden, and it'll be safe from everyone. So if I just place that there, and then yeah, just got this extra bit of the roof, and I'll also put a couple of torches in, just to provide a little bit extra lighting as well. So bring that across like so. There we go, and then just place in the final few pieces of grey wool, and we are pretty much out of time as well. So I am kind of just sort of almost rushing this this last bit, but yeah, on the whole, we've had a good productive thing. I think I want it to be like that. I want these to be yellow stained clay. In fact, I should have a shovel. Yeah, so we'll use the old shovel, because this is going to be red stained clay as well. So we'll put that, and I'll also put in the iron doors as well, just for an extra bit of completeness. So there we go. So yeah, the rest is to be done in the next episode. I'm quite looking forward to it. I think it's going to come along as going to come out quite well. It's good to be a good little solid build, hopefully, if all goes well. Right, so we'll put in this extra bit of yellow stained clay there, and then put in all of this red stuff up. I didn't mean to put that there. We'll just mine that away. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of this as well. How am I going to get rid of that? It's going to be annoying, actually. I'll do that in a second. So also, yeah, I need to put some iron doors down. Maybe if I put down some light grey wool in here, like that, and then if I put those 2 there, and then that like that, so I can get in and out. Perfect. And then put a couple more pressure plates down, and I'm also going to put iron doors here, and then I think if I put, I don't know, pressure plates on the outside, it might become buttons on the outside. The only reason for that is just because any mob couldn't just waltz in then, couldn't it? Like a zombie would be able to get in and stuff like that, which isn't always a good thing. It just depends how you look at it, I suppose. So this is the DanTDM's house so far. It's coming along well, I think. Just out of interest, is that like, yeah, that's I was just checking that I'd reached all the way to the roof. Right, so yeah, all I gotta do in the next episode is get the lab done, but I will quickly mine away this cyan wool stack thingy. Just get rid of that. How far can I reach? Just not quite far enough, so I'm gonna have to build it. It's almost like destroying a tree. Is this, you know, the same sort of concept, I think, but I don't think it's much. No, I was 1 block away. I didn't need to go anywhere near as high as I did, but I thought there was quite a lot more, but I didn't realize. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do make sure you leave a like. It just really shows support for the channel, and it does help me out. And also do subscribe if you're new around here for daily videos of Minecraft. And I completely forgot about you, George. I'm sorry. We'll come around here. So yeah, in the next episode, It looks like just the house, but this out here is going to be a completely another area, so there is more to be done. I probably might not do it in the next episode, maybe the one after. I'm not sure when. But YouTube Central is starting to look like a bit of a central place, and I'm also going to have to go and get Sullivan and take him back. But it has been nice to ride on a horse for a change, actually. I have to say. So if we jump out, there we go, and we'll head home. But yeah, as I said, guys, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.